Alright everyone, so today we're going to be talking about the Pythagoras Theorem. So first, what is Pythagoras? So Pythagoras states that in a right-angled triangle, if you square the lengths of the two shorter sides and add them together, you'll get the square of the longest side, which is also known as the hypotenuse. The general formula to work out the hypotenuse is given by a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared. Right, so now we're going to go over some practice questions just to make sure you guys properly understand the concept of the Pythagoras Theorem. So question 1 asks us to work out length y, which as you can see is the hypotenuse. Also, the square in the bottom left-hand corner of the triangle indicates this is a right-angled triangle, so the Pythagoras theorem will work. So first, I'm going to start by labeling each side of the triangle to fit in accordingly with the Pythagoras theorem. So the side labeled 5 centimeters, I'm going to label A. Side labeled 12 centimeters, I'm going to label B. And Y, I'm going to label C, just to make sense of the question. So we're going to first start by writing out the Pythagoras theorem, which, as stated before, is a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared. Now, subbing in our values, we get 5 squared plus 12 squared is equal to c squared. Now, we know that 5 squared is 25, 12 squared is 144. Adding the two together give you 169. Therefore, c squared is equal to 169. Now to find c, you have to square root 169, and we know that the square root of that is 13. So therefore, y is equal to 13 centimeters. So question 2 asks us to work out the length BC. Now once again, I'm going to continue getting into the habit of labeling each side of my triangle just to make things easier for me. So this side here, AB, I'm going to label A. The side AC here, I'm going to label B. Therefore, the hypotenuse will be labeled C. Now, once again, I'm going to write out the Pythagoras theorem, which is a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared. Going to get into the habit of writing this out to make things much easier when working out values. Subbing in our values, we have 6 squared plus 8 squared is equal to c squared. Now we know that 6 squared is 36, 8 squared is 64, therefore adding the two together gives you 100. So therefore c squared is equal to 100, and as from the first question, to get c, you square root that, you get your answer is 10. So therefore BC is equal to 10 centimeters. Right, so for this question we're asked to work out the value of x. Now as you can see, it is one of the short sides and not the hypotenuse, but the concept for this question is exactly the same as the other question, just the approach is slightly different. So you still start by labeling each side of the triangle. So side here, which is 3 centimeters long, I'm going to label A. This side here with x centimeters, I'm going to label B. And the hypotenuse, which is 8 centimeters, I'm going to label C. So still start by writing out the Pythagoras theorem, which is a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared. Now, because we're given values for a and c, we want to find b. So you simply do that by bringing a to the other side. So we're left with b squared is equal to c squared minus a squared. Now, subbing in our values, we have b squared is equal to 8 squared minus 3 squared, which is equal to 64 minus 9, which is 55. So therefore, b squared is equal to 55. Now, as said before, to work out the value of b, you need to square root the answer. So square rooting 55 gives 7.41698, etc. Now, as it says give as a decimal but doesn't specify, I usually tend to give it to 2 decimal places. So that gives me 7.42. And as we said earlier, b is equal to x. Therefore, x is also equal to 7.42 centimeters. So our final answer, x is equal to 7.42 centimeters. So for the final question, we're asked to work out the length of BC. Now, in order to do this, first we split the shape into 2. So where point D is, over here, we're going to split the shape and draw a line, separating it into a triangle and a rectangle. We're going to call this point E. Now, to work out this length here, EB, we know that in a rectangle, sides EB and DC are equal. So EB is equal to 3 centimeters. Now we're given that the total length of AB is 9. So to work out the length of AE, it's 9 minus 3, which is 6. Now if we draw our triangle out separately, like so, label this side as 6, label this side as 10, and the side at the bottom here is the unknown, so we're going to name it X. Now, as I've said before, we're going to label each side of the triangle, so we're going to call this A, going to call this B, call this C. Writing out the Pythagoras theorem, A squared plus B squared is equal to C squared. Rearranging for B, because we're given values A and C, so B squared is equal to C squared minus A squared, which is 10 squared minus 6 squared. So we know that 10 squared is 100, 6 squared is 36, subtracting the 2 is 64. So B squared is equal to 64, therefore B is equal to 8, as 8 is the square root of 64. So we can add that onto our diagram here. So now we have ED is 8. Now we're asked to work out the length of BC. Once again, in a rectangle, ED, we can write this down, in a rectangle, ED is equal to BC. And we just worked out that ED is 8, therefore BC is also 8. So final answer, BC is equal to 8 centimeters. That's it for today's lesson on the Pythagoras theorem. Let's quickly recap what we've covered today. So we know that the theorem tells us that in a right-angled triangle, if you square the two shorter sides and add them together, you get the square of the longest side of the triangle, which is called the hypotenuse. The general formula, as seen above, is a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared. So remember that when you're working with the Pythagoras theorem, always make sure you're using the correct side. The hypotenuse of the triangle is always going to be the longest side, so make sure you don't confuse it with the other two sides of the triangle. So a few top tips before you go. Make sure you're always checking your calculations. Make sure you're always squaring and square rooting correctly and giving answers to the correct number of decimal places where specified. Also make sure that the units are consistent. So if one side is given in meters and one side is given in centimeters, make sure you convert correctly and give your answer to the unit specified. Today has been a basic overview of Pythagoras. In future lessons, we'll be diving into more complex problems, including ones where we apply this to real-life scenarios. So make sure you guys stay tuned. If you found this lesson helpful, don't forget to like this video, and of course subscribe to the channel so you guys don't miss any more tips and tricks for GCSE Maths. Join our Discord where we have a set channel where students can post specific queries, questions, etc., and we'll be happy to help. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Good luck, everyone.